Chosen one, have you ever had the feeling that you were living in this world, but somehow you do not fully belong to it? You go through life like everyone else. You live among people, you work, you interact, you try to move forward. But deep inside, there has always been a quiet awareness that something about you is different. Maybe you noticed it when you were younger. The things that excite most people never really satisfied you. The lifestyles that everyone seems to chase never truly felt right to you. While others were comfortable following the crowd, something inside you kept pulling you in another direction. At times, that feeling may have made you question yourself. You may have wondered why you think differently, why you see things others do not see, or why certain environments make you uncomfortable even when everyone else seems fine with them. But what if that feeling was never a mistake? What if that quiet sense of separation is actually a sign of your spiritual identity? Chosen one, there is a reason you have always felt this way. There is a reason your heart refuses to fully settle into the patterns of this world. And it is not because you are strange, broken, or disconnected. It is because your life was never designed to be shaped by the system around you. You are in this world, but you are not of this world. In this message, we are going to uncover why chosen ones often feel different from everyone around them, why the world's values sometimes feel foreign to you, why God allows that feeling of separation, and what it truly means to live in this world without becoming part of it. And once you understand this truth, you may begin to see your life and your purpose in a completely different way. Why you have always felt different. Chosen one. One of the earliest signs that you are not of this world is the feeling that you have always been different from the people around you. Even when you tried to fit in, something inside you always felt out of place. The conversations people enjoyed did not always interest you. The things that excited the world sometimes felt empty to you. While many people were chasing status, pleasure, or attention, you often found yourself searching for something deeper. This is something many chosen ones experience very early in life. You may have noticed that your mind naturally questions things others simply accept. You may have felt drawn to truth, purpose, or spiritual understanding in ways that the people around you did not seem to care about. Sometimes this difference can make life confusing. You might feel isolated in certain environments, or you might wonder why it seems so easy for others to blend into the culture of the world while you struggle with it. But the reason is simple. Your identity was never meant to be formed by the world's system. Chosen one, when a person carries a different calling, their spirit often rejects what the world celebrates. What the world calls normal may feel uncomfortable to you. What the world praises may not move your heart. And that is not a weakness. It is a sign that your inner compass is pointing in a different direction. The truth is, you can live in this world physically while your values, your mindset, and your spiritual identity come from somewhere higher. And that difference is often what makes chosen ones feel like they do not completely belong to the patterns of this world. But as we continue, you'll begin to understand that this feeling of difference is not accidental. It is part of a much bigger spiritual reality. The world operates on a different spirit. Chosen one, another reason you often feel out of place in this world is because the world itself operates on a completely different mindset and set of values. Look around for a moment. The system of the world celebrates things like pride, selfish ambition, status, pleasure, and constant competition. Many people measure success only by what they can gain, how much attention they receive, or how far they can climb above others. For most people, these values feel normal. They follow them without questioning. They move with the flow of the culture around them. But for someone who carries a deeper spiritual awareness, those same values can feel uncomfortable. Chosen one, you may notice that certain environments drain you, certain conversations feel empty, certain lifestyles that others enjoy simply do not sit well with your spirit. It is not that you are trying to be different, it is that something inside you naturally resists what the world celebrates. That resistance is not random, it is the result of a different influence shaping your perspective. When a person begins to develop spiritual awareness, their inner compass changes, their priorities begin to shift. They begin to value truth over popularity, purpose over pleasure, and integrity over approval. Because of that, they often find themselves walking against the current of the world. And walking against the current can sometimes make you feel isolated. It can make you feel misunderstood, or even make you question why your path seems different from everyone else's. But the reality is this: when your spirit is being shaped by something higher, it becomes difficult to fully align with a system that moves in the opposite direction. This is one of the reasons chosen ones often feel like strangers in the very world they live in. But as we move forward, you will begin to understand why that separation is sometimes necessary.
Why God allows the feeling of separation. Chosen one, the feeling of being different from the world is not something God allows by accident. In many cases, that sense of separation is actually a form of protection. If you felt completely comfortable with everything the world promotes, it would be very easy to lose your direction. You might blend into the system around you without ever questioning whether it aligns with your true purpose. But when there is a deeper calling on a person's life, God often allows a kind of inner awareness that keeps them from settling too deeply into the patterns of the world. That awareness can show up in many ways. You might feel uncomfortable in certain environments. You might lose interest in things that once seemed appealing. You might feel a quiet pull toward growth, purpose, and truth, even when others around you are satisfied with surface-level things. At times, this separation can feel lonely. It can make you feel like you are walking a path that few people understand. But what may look like distance is often guidance. Sometimes God allows chosen ones to feel slightly out of step with the world, so they remain aware that their life is meant to reflect something different. Instead of fully absorbing the values around them, they begin to develop a clearer sense of identity and direction. They learn to listen more closely to the convictions within their heart, and they become more intentional about the way they live. Over time, that awareness becomes strength. It shapes character, it sharpens discernment, and it helps a person remain aligned with the purpose that has been placed on their life. And when you begin to understand that, the feeling of being different no longer looks like a burden. It begins to look like preparation for something greater.
What it truly means to be in the world, but not of it. Chosen one. Understanding that you are not of this world does not mean you are meant to reject the world or separate yourself from people. It does not mean isolation, pride, or believing you are better than others. What it truly means is that your identity and direction are not controlled by the system around you. You still live in this world. You work, you interact with people, you build relationships, and you move through everyday life just like everyone else. But the difference is that your values, decisions, and mindset come from a higher place. Instead of following the pressure of the crowd, you learn to follow conviction. Instead of chasing what the world celebrates, you begin to pursue what gives your life meaning and purpose. For example, the world may prioritize appearance over character, attention over integrity, or temporary pleasure over long-term growth. But when you begin to understand who you truly are, you start making choices based on deeper principles. This is what it means to live in the world but not become shaped by it. It means remaining aware of who you are, even when the culture around you moves in another direction. It means standing firm in your values, even when it would be easier to compromise. And most importantly, it means understanding that your life carries a purpose that goes beyond simply fitting into the patterns around you. Chosen one, the moment you begin to accept this truth, something shifts inside you. the pressure to fit in begins to fade, and you start walking with greater clarity about who you are and why your path may look different from others. Chosen one, if you have always felt different, if you have always sensed that you do not fully belong to the patterns of this world, understand that this feeling is not a mistake. You are in this world, but your identity was never meant to be shaped by it. The moment you embrace that truth, you stop trying to fit into spaces that were never designed for your purpose. Instead, you begin to walk with clarity, conviction, and a deeper awareness of who you are meant to be. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may also need this reminder. And if you have ever felt like you do not truly belong to the patterns of this world, comment, "I understand now."